and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be making my very first knit colorwork sweater. A colorwork sweater is something that I've been wanting to make for a really long time, and actually I'm filming this intro after I finish the sweater because I have no idea what happened to the footage that I took when I first started the sweater, which is kind of sad, but I think that the first video that comes along is like the 2-week update. But anyway, some background. I really wanted to make a colorwork sweater. I've been eyeing the porcelain sweater for the longest time, and so I finally decided to jump the gun and make it. I have some footage of me going to the yarn store, picking out the colors that I wanted. I even had footage, I think, of me like coming home and winding up the yarn and all of that, but it's lost in the void. So I'm so sorry that you guys are missing like the cast on, the yarn searching, but it is what it is. So like I said earlier, it starts at like the 2-week mark and then it kind of builds from there. So thank you guys so much for bearing with me that there is no like formal intro for this video, but I'm very excited for how the sweater turns out. I have worn it a few times now and I'm really happy with it, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get started. Hi, I'm back with the 2-week sweater update. So it's been 2 weeks since I started the porcelain sweater. I finished all of the color blocking for the body and ba-doom! Isn't this so nice? So I have all the color blocking done for the body. Now it's just going to be the main base color, the like grayish, all the way to the bottom until, you know, it becomes like a whole sweater. But let me show you the color work up close because this is, I think, one of my favorite things I've ever made in my whole time of knitting and crocheting. I've only been knitting for like a year, but crocheting for the last few years too. This is like my favorite thing I've made. So here is the double folded neckline, which makes it like super warm. And then here's the first layer. And then it goes into this, I don't know, circles. And then this is the leaf pattern. Look at that. I'm obsessed. Some of my tension on the ones like these, and then even down here like these are a little bit tight, but I'm hoping that the blocking will loosen them up, which is what usually happens when your stitches feel a little bit scrunched together. But this is what it looks like after 2 weeks. The leaf motif, I'm obsessed. I think that's what makes me love this the most, is because of this right here, and it's so soft. The mohair, so the regular mohair and then the alpaca blend mohair on top of the wool makes it so soft just feeling it. And I do have wool wash, so when I wash it with that, when I block it, it should just be like a warm blanket. I feel like this is going to be a very warm sweater, and I'm excited because it is September 12th. So hopefully soon I will finish this and I'll be able to wear it for the fall time. But that is it for the week 2 update. I'm just going to go knit on to the rest of the body, and I'll come back to you guys with an update later. Hi vlog update. It's the next day. I haven't done anything today. It's been a very lazy Saturday, but I have been knitting and playing games. So I've just been working on the body. I've been working on the body of the sweater. It's been about 2 weeks now, and I'm officially done with the first skein of like the main body yarn. So this gray silver color. So I brought up all of my stuff from downstairs, and I'm going to wind the yarn into a cake because it is in a hank right now, and I have a brand new hank here. This is from Heritage Yarn and it's in the color Limestone. I still think it's super pretty. Actually, I found out, I guess I should have known, but the yarn store that I do go to, the local one, they only carry local yarn companies. So this one is made somewhere in Washington, and I found this YouTube video the other day where there's, I guess, a fiber festival here or something. And all of the stuff they featured in that festival were also yarn companies from Washington. Apparently, there's a lot here. And I did not know that, but now I know. Undo the hank. Time to wind yarn and watch more stuff and then knit more. Someone took over my chair while I was standing up and winding my yarn. But the cake is done, so now I'm just gonna knit and keep watching Emily in Paris. Maybe Soju will sit on my lap. He stole my chair so fast. Literally got up and I turned around and he was there. everyone, welcome to the 3-week sweater update. As you can tell, I am in a different location. I'm actually on a mini vacation away from home. We're currently at the Lake Quinault Lodge overlooking Lake Quinault, and it is amazingly beautiful, so I thought here would be the perfect place to do our 3-week sweater update. Admittedly, I haven't gotten much done with my sweater because this last week I was testing out cross stitch and then we came on vacation, so I haven't been able to do much. But last time I talked to you guys, we finished the body and then I started the ribbing at the bottom, and I'm about halfway there. This is about 1.5 inches and I'm supposed to do 2.5 inches, so I have another inch to go before I can bind off the body of the sweater. I'm gonna continue to work on that. I honestly don't like doing ribbing because it takes me a long time to do. So that is that. Hopefully I can get it done soon and I can start working on the sleeves, and the sleeves has color work and then ribbing again. So we'll have to come back to ribbing anyway, but I wanted to give you guys the 3-week sweater update while we enjoy this beautiful view. There's people out on a boat. We did a rainforest tour today. We also biked 40 miles yesterday. I'll probably have the vlog up of our trip here before this is even posted, so if you're watching this from the past, hello. Yeah, and then tonight we are going to dinner inside the lodge at the Roosevelt Lodge, which is like an iconic historic lodge, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'll check back in with the sweater update. I'll probably knit as we go in the car tomorrow because it will be a long drive. So yeah, see you in the next one. Hello. So I gave my 3-week porcelain sweater update a few days ago, but I just wanted to give another update because I've officially started binding off the sweater here. This is my first time doing the tubular bind off, and it was a little confusing at first, but I think I've gotten the hang of it. It does take a really long time to do. So I spent like 2 hours last night and I only got this far, and I still need to do this much more. This is so fun. So I'm going to do that while I watch TV, and hopefully I'll be able to make some good progress. But this is going to be basically what I'm working on until I'm done. And then I just have to finish the sleeves and then we'll block it and then the sweater will be finished. I'm super happy about it, guys. Like, look. I'm just still like obsessed with this, and I can't wait to be finished sooner than later because I can actually wear it, and then maybe I can make something else. Just a side note on another project I've been wanting to make. This past weekend when we were at the Olympic National Park, I saw someone had a like national park themed beanie, and I've seen those kits at my local yarn store, so I really want to try that out after I finish this. But one thing at a time, okay? One thing at a time. So I'm gonna keep working on the bind off, watch some TV, and check back in with you all later. Okay, party people, it's been like 2 hours that I've been working on finishing this bind off, which, by the way, why the hell does it take so freaking long to do? It's a lot of steps to just like bind off 2 stitches out of the whole thing, but the sweater is officially off the needles. I don't think I did too bad for my very first tubular bind off. For some parts, especially the beginning, it was a little bit like my tension was a little bit messy, but overall I do think that it's pretty good. The bottom is looking clean. I really like how this looks. I used to do the super stretchy bind off, but I kind of like the look of this one better, especially for the ribbing, so I might incorporate it more into my other pieces for the future. This is what the sweater looks like now. It's gorge. I love it off of the needles. So the next thing to do is just finish the sleeves, and then I will be done and I will have this precious, amazing porcelain sweater. Okay, but I'm gonna go take a break and I'm gonna go do something else because that was a lot of bind off and knitting for one day, for one sitting, and I'm kind of tired of sitting here and watching YouTube videos. So yes, we'll check in when I start the sleeves. I'm filming this clip on my phone as it's like 12:30. I'm watching the Big Brother finale. I stayed up to watch, and I'm here finishing my sweater. I'm literally almost done. I'm working on the ribbing of the last sleeve, and I'm in crisis because this is how much yarn I have. this little part that leads to the sweater, that's all the yarn I have left. So that's an issue. I really don't want to go buy a whole nother like skein of yarn just to finish this. So I think I'm going to do one more round because it's almost the same length. One more round and then bind off. And if I have to, attach the other piece of yarn to the end to finish the bind off. But yeah, that is the progress. This is like, I've been playing yarn chicken and I fear I am going to lose. I fear I'm going to lose. And that is my update. So the next update will may or may not be me binding off. I'll let you know how this goes. This is scary. Okay, this is scary. I've never been this close to finishing and like having that little yarn left because I don't want to go buy another one. Okay, check back in later. Hi, it's the next morning, and last night, like I showed you from the phone footage, I was working on my sweater, and I would like to report that I have successfully lost yarn chicken, okay? This is how much I have left. Just this yarn. The sleeve, not quite there. If you look at the other sleeve, this ribbing part is much longer. Even if you put them together, I think I'm just like a few rows off. This is the completed one and this is the one on the needles. It looks like I'm just like a 1/4 of an inch short, but there's nothing I can do. I mean, I could go buy another skein, but I don't want to because this yarn was expensive, and just to finish that little bit, I think I'm just going to take the L and live with it and bind off this. Maybe try to, I don't know. It's just going to be a little bit shorter and I'm just going to have to live with it. I'm kind of sad about it, but at the same time, there's not much I can do because if I just continue with like, let's say the brown yarn, it's going to look so weird because it's such a contrasting color. Another option is to try to block this and like, if I can, maybe stretch the shorter one a little bit more to match this one and not stretch this sleeve out as much. So those are my options right now. I'm probably going to try that. For the bind off, I'm going to do the Italian bind off again. I'm not going to do like the last 2 rows that you're supposed to do for the bind off because I just simply don't have enough yarn. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do like a magic knot with this and the brown, and I'm going to use that to bind off, and hopefully it's not super noticeable. I mean, it might be because it's 2 completely different colors, but I'm hoping that it's not because at this point I just need to bind off and then we can get to blocking, and I'm really excited. I'll put it on and I'll show you guys what it looks like before we block and after we block. So yeah, let's get to binding off. Officially binded off. Look, it's a free sweater. Free sweater. Free from needles sweater. As I mentioned before, it is shorter than the other side, and when I binded it off, you can see pretty comparable distance. It's much longer. It's much bigger of a gap than I thought it was. Basically like halfway, but it is what it is. It's fine. I'm okay with it. And also you can see where I had to switch over. Let me try to focus the camera. You can see where I had to switch over to the brown yarn to bind off. So yeah, it's not like the prettiest sleeve ever, but it is what it is and I'm happy with it. I guess I'll just use it as a marker of like which side is which. So that is the left side. So this is what it looks like, and we're going to block it now. So this is what it looks like unblocked. It's a bit cropped. You can tell the difference between the sleeve lengths because mismatched lengths or whatever. It is kind of tight here, especially where I did the color work. Because this is my first color work sweater, I think it took me a while to figure out the tension for the coloring. So it is a bit tight here, and I'm hoping it'll come out with, what do you call it, with blocking. So I have my blocking mats here. I've never used these before. This is my first time using these. Usually I'll just block stuff on a towel and like hope it sticks, but this time I really wanted to buy some blocking mats with the pins and make sure it's like stretched out to the dimensions that I want. I want it to be as stretched out as possible because this is kind of a tight fit. I should have sized up. I made a small, but thinking back, I'm like, maybe I should have just made a medium. It's okay. So we're going to block it, and I also have my wool wash that I'm going to use, so let's go do that. So I'm in the bathroom. This is the wool wash that I use. I got it from Amazon. It's the yoke delicate whatever. And then I also have this clear tub here that I'm going to fill up with some lukewarm water. And then I do the one that's by hand in the no rinse. So I usually just do like a capful and pour it in there with some water. All right, so I've mixed it in. I'm gonna let it sit here for about an hour before I wring it out and put it on the blocking boards. It's almost an hour later, and so I'm going to set up my blocking mats so that they are ready for when I wring it out, because I'm about to go to the gym and I don't want to just leave it in the water because I only wanted to soak it for an hour. So we're gonna do this first before I go to the gym. So opening this up for the first time. It comes with 9 mats. I think I got this from Amazon for maybe like 30 bucks, and it comes with a bunch of pins. Right here you can see this has been chewed up by my cat. If your cat loves to chew plastic, I'm in the same boat with you. I did not know he was chewing that though, and when I did, I put it away. Hello, Carbon. So let's set this up. Ta-da! I also have my retractable tape measure here to make sure that everything is the correct length when we block it. Huh, Carbon? You gonna help? Oh. I'm gonna take the sweater out of the water now. I'm probably not gonna show it because it's gonna be all wet. So yeah, I'll be back when I bring the sweater here. Okay, I've wrung everything out and it's in this towel. I did 2 towels. Well, I wrung it out all by hand, and then I did 2 towels of like pushing and squeezing out as much as I could. Ta-da, here it is. Got my pins, and let's get to pinning. It's on the board. Okay, so I measured the sleeves out. I'm stretching this one out, and this one I'm leaving it as is, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that it comes out nicely. I've also had to stretch out some of the color blocking where I had my tension really tight. You can really tell on the very first section of color block that my tension was a little bit too tight because this is not like very clear, but it's all right. I don't think this is horrible for my very first color block. It looks so nice. I am so excited for it to dry. It looks so good. And I can't wait to try it on post block. I'm hoping that it'll dry overnight because I squeezed as much water as possible out of it. My only thing now is that my shirt is like soaking wet at like my elbows. So I'm probably gonna have to change, but other than that, I think it's all good. I'm going to let this sit here, kick the pets out because for some reason they like to lay on these blocking boards. And then, yeah, we'll be back when it's dry. Hi, it's the next morning. I'm checking on the sweater here, and it's actually still a little bit damp. You can tell, like, in these areas. Hello, sir. Okay, give me your bone. It's still a little bit damp, so I'm going to give it maybe a few more hours, maybe another overnight. I'll check back later in the day to see where it's at. But yeah, still drying. Yes, you want to play. Okay, here's your bone. All right, it's the evening after I filmed the last clip. I'm holding up my light because this room is so freaking dark, but it is finally done, the sweater. There it is in all its glory. So I'm going to take the pins out and I'm going to try it on, and fingers crossed it fits. It fits. I hope so. Guys, it's on. I'm obsessed. Look how it looks when it's blocked. Wow. Okay, don't mind my pink pajama pants, but the sleeves came out like equal length. Because remember, I like stretched one of them out to make sure that it was like the right length blocked. And this is laying so nice. It's not as like, I don't know if you guys remember before, but it used to bunch in at this part. Now it just hangs flat, and I am actually obsessed with this. Let me untie my hair so you guys can get a good look. I feel like I always, oh, my light died. I feel like I always have my hair tied up, but that's what it is. Okay, sorry for the bad lighting, but I will show you guys again tomorrow in the morning when the lighting is better. But look at this. Ah, it's so good. I'm so happy. For my very first colorwork sweater, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this. It's been a while, but here is the sweater blocked. I actually just got back from running errands, and I wore it the whole time, and I gotta say, pretty warm. I made this out of wool and then the wool mohair plus alpaca mohair. So it's very, very warm, I got to say. I'm in love with it. I'm obsessed. I think the fit is really nice. It's a little short. I should have made it a little longer here, a little longer on the sleeves, but I think when I knit, I get impatient, and you know, that's a problem for me, myself, and I will fix that later. But yeah, this has definitely been a labor of love project, and for my first colorwork sweater, I'm very, very happy with it. I learned so much from it and stuff that I can take to my next colorwork sweater, especially about like tension and catching floats and all of that type of stuff. I'm so excited to make my next one. I have an idea already, but I really would love to try to make my first cable knit sweater. I already know that one will probably take me so long to do, considering I've never done it before. I've never done any type of cable knit before, but I would love to. But anyway, this is the completed sweater. Thank you guys so much for watching. I very, very much appreciate it. This sweater I think took me like 2 months. Yeah, 2 months-ish to finish. So I'm already itching to start my next one. Let me know if you have any cable knit sweater recommendations. I would love to know what might be an easier one for beginners. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate you, and I will see you next time.